Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another In the Cards and Stars Tarot Tea Time. I hope you guys are doing great. We have some good stories to get into tonight. I'm super excited about that. It's still spooky season, which is why obviously I'm wearing this outfit. I'm having fun with all the spooky outfits. How's your weekend, you guys? It's Sunday night. So we are gearing up for another week. Let me know how you're doing. Okay, looks like some people are already here. Monkey Girl's been here. Hey, Monkey Girl. I did see your request. We'll be getting into all the tea. I actually have several requests that I'm excited to do for you guys. We had like so many stories this week. This was a really good week. It was like there are definitely weeks where I'm like, ooh, we are digging. We are trying to find something to talk about. And then there are weeks where we just have an abundance of tea to spill. And this is one of those weeks. So I'm so excited. All right. And also, please let me know if there's any like audio issues this time around. I did an internet speed, a little housekeeping here. I did an internet speed test. I did all those things this weekend, and it looks like the internet is doing well. So let me know. Definitely want to avoid any issues like last week. That was such a bummer. Hi, Eva Dolls. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Well, your Moog's already dropped some hearts in the chat. Love it. He is with the dogs. They just went downstairs to go wreak havoc. You know how they are. They're having fun. Okay. So let me take a little sip of my taro tea, aka my Vice Diet Dr. Pepper, or Dr. Pepper Zero. We all have one. This one's mine. Hi, Brenda. How's it going? Welcome. Brenda, are you new here? I feel like I have not seen your name before in the chat. Welcome. Hi, Gunyar. I'm doing great. Okay, I did a deep dive for you while I was getting ready. Gunyar, I watched some videos. I looked into what's going on with Nicola. So it's on the list, and I'm ready to spill that tea for you. Thank you for keeping me up to date with your posts and like your messages. It was very interesting. I did not know all of this stuff was going on. And there was a YouTuber who made a video about it, even. So, like, it is definitely something that's being talked about right now. What's going on with Nicola Coughlin? So, we will get into it. Thank you, Eva. You're so sweet. I've definitely been stepping it up. I feel like this time last year, I was like in sweats and a hat all the time. So, this has been my stepping it up year. It's been a 9 personal year in numerology. So, thank you for noticing. It means a lot. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. All right. First story, which has already been mentioned by Monkey Girl, Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau. So they were spotted kissing on a yacht. And my first thought, I'll be honest, you guys, when this story broke, it was like a couple months ago, I was like, okay, interesting. I am kind of surprised. These two people seem very different. But then I looked at their birthdays, and just one quick look revealed that they're both born on the 25th. And when it comes to numerology, we know around here, you guys, that the day of your birth describes a lot about your personality. And people born on the 25th are a 7 personality, making them kind of like very spiritual, but also they can be kind of like the studious type or the offbeat. Like think of Aquarius energy in astrology. That's kind of the energy of the number 7. It's kind of offbeat, marches to the beat of your own drum, does your own thing. Sometimes can feel like an outsider or a loner. It needs a lot of time to think and like spiritual. And if you guys were born on the 7th or the 25th, let me know if this sounds like you. But Katy Perry, I definitely could see that on, when we look at her, I feel like she has always been I don't know. There's just something unique about her. And I don't see her as this person like Taylor Swift who would have like a girl squad, right? She does seem more like a loner type. And that's typical of a 7 energy. Even if they have a lot of friends, there's a part of them that feels like they need a lot of time alone to think. So I could totally see that for her. She does seem very unique. And when it comes to Justin Trudeau, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that a politician would have 7 energy because those people do tend to, do a lot of deep dives when it comes to their thinking and like having to work through problems. And it's also a scholarly kind of placement. So that makes sense. Anyway, I thought that was interesting, just like numerology in the wild moment. But let's pull some cards and see what's going on with them. And I'm going to give you guys a couple of extra details that I found online about these two. Hi, Melinda. Welcome. Okay, yay. More people are coming on in here. So good to see you guys. Okay. So, Katy Perry and former Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau were first linked publicly in July of 2025. Okay, so it was July. So, during the summer, we were all thinking maybe this is just a summer fling. He then went to one of her concerts. I mean, I really didn't take it too seriously until just this past week when I heard they were spotted again. And I was like, all right, let's look at their birthdays. Let's see what's going on. So, photos later emerged of what appeared to be a yacht excursion, how bougie, off the coast of Santa Barbara, showing them in a close embrace. Oh, yes, you guys look up the photos. Um, it's quite interesting. It's like, oh, okay, these two are definitely a couple. They're together. According to sources, or at least, having a very special relationship. According to sources, both are attracted to each other. That's some tea, whoever spilled that to people.com. And they share intellectual interests. I'm telling you guys, it's that both being born on the 25th. I believe that. I believe that they do share intellectual interests. They probably have really deep conversations. I mean, I'd love to be a fly on the wall. But due to their busy lives, Perry on tour, Trudeau being based in Canada, the relationship is being treated casually for now. And this is from People Magazine. And I do tend to believe that People Magazine is at least like, the official word of the publicists of the celebrities, because they do work closely with the publicity teams of celebrities. So I think that's like, kind of their official, unofficial comment. Um, so let's see what's going on, though. Let's see what's going on. According to page 6, which page 6, I'm just between us, I believe a little less. I kind of go with people more. Page 6 is a little more the gossipy, which sometimes ends up being true, right? So that's why we have the cards, because you just never know with these things. But at the same time, there are reports from page 6 that the romance may have cooled off or is just being kept very low key, which may reflect the challenges of their schedules or all the attention on them. So we're just going to see what the cards have to say about these two. I am very intrigued. Okay, what are you guys saying? Ooh, okay, they're talking about Luke and Nick. All right, I will leave you to discuss that. Hi, Whitney. Oh my gosh, so good to see you. Whitney, how are you doing? And did you end up scheduling that fun trip with your mom to go and see all the metaphysical things? Let us know. Hi, Scott. Hi, K Talks. Oh my gosh, yay. Okay, I'm so happy you guys are here. Happy Sunday, everybody. Getting ready for a new week. Scorpio season starting. We got a new moon coming up. It's going to be very positive in Libra. I'm excited. Okay. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. It's booked and in November. Amazing. Okay. Well, I can't wait to hear all about it. You have to tell us about it after you go, Whitney. I'm so excited for you. It's going to be good. We know it. Ooh, K Talks. Are you able to look into the allegations against Tyler Perry? Let's do that later. I'm going to put that as a note. Actually, here's my little official card. Let's see. All right. Tyler Perry allegations. Okay. Someday, guys, we are going to, let's manifest right now. We're going to grow this channel big enough to where I'm going to have a producer who's going to be doing the writing things down and helping us and doing like the research. We got this. The tea timers, we're growing. But that'll be fun, right? Okay. Focused. Okay, we got it. We got to get into this tea. Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry. So this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. Let's just see what's going on. Let's do past, present, future for those two, since this is a relationship that is definitely, I don't know. There's like, it's just interesting to see how it started, what drew them together, where they are now, where things could go. Let's just get a full picture for them. Okay. So when Justin and Katy first got together, let's see. What drew them together? K Talk said, yes, hire me one day. LOL. Okay, I might take you up on that. Noted. Are you a producer, Kay, or are you just wanting to get into the profession? What drew them together? Cute. Page of Cups. New love. A potential new relationship. genuine emotion. Okay, I love that. They were both wanting something new, and they truly did feel a spark of emotion. Really cute. I do love to see that because this is like refreshing. This is like, oh my gosh, like it's just a genuine spark. There's nothing PR about it. It's not fake. We have cups here. And the page also feels sort of like that sweetheart kind of energy of like a love that reminds you of what it's like to feel butterflies. Very cute. Okay, I love this. I love this. That's adorable. Okay, so that was when they first got together. Hey, okay, so I do marketing and I've made podcasts for people before. Okay, writing that down. Okay, I will be reaching out at some point. That would be so fun. We just everybody, the whole Tea Time fam just ends up working together. Manifest, manifest. All right. We make magic together, we make money together. We just do it all together. That's the Tea Time fam, okay? All right, so I love that. In the past, Page of Cups. Okay, what about now? So there was a little bit of a mixed message there. So on one hand, People magazine was like, they are really into each other. Things are going well. It's a schedule thing. Page 6 was like they've sort of cooled off. I don't know. They didn't look like they'd cooled off on the yacht. So let's see how things are going for them currently. Okay, we're on the same page. Put it on your vision board. Okay, I'll put it on mine too. Deal. I love it. Okay, 6 of Pentacles, bringing each other gifts. Things are going well. You guys, I actually love this. To go from the Page of Cups to the 6 of Pentacles for Katie and Justin, this is really good because 6 is a number of stability in numerology, and Pentacles, that is associated with like earth sign energy, like solid. They're building. You guys, this is not allegedly for entertainment purposes only. This is not cooling off. This is building. This is like things getting more solid. Like we're starting to discuss maybe spending a little bit of the holidays together, or like how would that even work? How could we, when would we want the kids to meet each other? Like I'm telling you, 6 of Pentacles. What I also like about this card is associated excuse me, with friendship as well. 6 is like harmony, friendship. 6 is ruled by Venus. So it's like love and friendship, a love that is also grounded in friendship, something solid that you can count on. I really love it. I think they're taking things slow-ish, which is really good. I think they're being like really healthy, and they're also building like a friendship at the same time. But I do think that this is building. And to go from Page of Cups to 6 of Pentacles, it's like a very natural, healthy progression. Oh my God. I have such a good feeling about them, actually. It's like very wholesome and like genuine, very genuine. I love it. Okay. What about the future, you guys? Right, Whitney? Who better than to hire a tea timer? Exactly. Exactly. Honestly, it just makes sense. Okay. What about the future for Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry, allegedly for entertainment purposes only? What is coming next for these two? The Knight of Wands. You guys, that's like more rapid progression. So in the next 6 months, I think that we are going to see, well, I think it's going to come from Justin Trudeau. I think he's actually going to be the one who's going to try to pursue like things moving more quickly. He may be the one to announce it or to talk about things publicly, because the Knight of Wands is sort of like, it's like I'm writing in to get my, my damsel in distress. It's not that. Like she's a very strong person, but it's like, how do I put this into words? Because I can feel like this energy. It's very much like, okay, now I'm ready. You're ready. We're ready. Like I'm excited to like ride through the town and tell the world. That's what this is. It's like Paul Revere, like, but not in the negative way. Actually, horrible example yet again. But it's like wanting to shout it like through the streets, like we're together, we're happy, and wanting to just move forward. And it's very in love. It's very passionate, Knight of Wands, and this is in the next like 6 months. So I think this is a very healthy, natural progression, and I think they're going to be together for a little bit. And I think we're going to be hearing a lot more about them within the next 6 months. So we will stay tuned for that. I love it. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, I feel like very disoriented right now. Quick side note, I need to put another shoebox under here. Oh my God, that's so funny. Um, because I like can't see things as well right now. It was too low. Okay. There, now I feel like I can like see you guys. It's not as aesthetic, but I can't see you guys the other way. We got to chat. All right. I love that. I thought that was really cute. I'm happy to hear it. Okay, next story. By the way, all the stories this time are like pretty cute and uplifting, which makes me happy. We just have like some fun little tea to spill tonight. Nothing too crazy. A couple weeks ago, I was like, oh my God, they're all like horrible, like scary, like crime stories. And like, but this is good. We have good stuff. Okay, so next story, John Mayer has a new girlfriend. Hold on. Just as I said that, it's like all good. Now, hold on. Back up a little. I'm a little concerned. So, because just because I don't trust John Mayer, the whole thing that he said about Jessica Simpson, I don't think he treated her very well. I don't get him. He gives me kind of a bad vibe. I don't think he treated Taylor Swift very well. Like he's just he gives scummy, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think. Would you date John Mayer if he asked you out? Okay, let me know. So, and be honest. So, John Mayer is reportedly dating Instagram influencer and content creator Kat Stickler. Now, I had not heard of her, but I went and looked her up on Instagram. She's very cute. She's a mom. Obviously divorced. She seems very cute and like a pretty, very attractive woman. She seems nice from Instagram. I don't know, right? You can't tell much about a person from Instagram, but seems nice enough. I'm kind of worried about her. I hope she's knows what she's getting into. But the pair were spotted together 2 nights in a row in New York City in early October 2025, which sparked the rumors. Now I will be honest, we've talked some trash about John Mayer here in the past. And, that's not the nice thing to do, of course. But again, like I said, we have our reasons. And the last he said that we really kind of talked poorly about him was when he commented to the media. He said something like, I'm single, right? I'm single right now, but like not by choice or something. But he was kind of talking about how he wants to be in a relationship, but he isn't in one. And it was very it seemed like what an F-boy would say if they like what they think sounds good, but like doesn't sound good. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Does he have it in him to be truly like a through and through, like committed person that somebody can count on? I hope so for both of their sake. Maybe he's evolved. We're gonna pull some cards and see. But a couple more details before we get into the cards. So Kat Stickler is reportedly about 17 years younger than Mayer, and she has a background as a social media personality and a comedian. Okay, well maybe she can laugh off his ridiculousness. Maybe a little comedic relief is what he needs to help balance him out. I don't know. He does seem like he takes himself very seriously. Neither has fully confirmed the nature of their relationship publicly at this time, but John Mayer does appear that he could be in a new chapter. I mean, he was talking about wanting a relationship, not being in one. He was getting kind of philosophical about it. So maybe he's finally met somebody that could be the right timing, could be the right person. So let's see what the cards say. Okay. Evadil says no. Creep. Okay, I agree. That's also the camp I find myself in. I wanted to give the man a chance though. Okay, Scott says, so is she looking at him as a possible stepfather to her daughter? I would assume so, Scott, right? I mean, I think so. I think so. Hey Abdul, thank you. That's so sweet. I appreciate it. Wait, Eva says narcissistic. Totally. Totally. Like you can just see it a mile away, right? And then the way he treated Jessica Simpson and she said he made her always feel very dumb, like just smug, bad vibes, right? Just a bad energy. Um, Kunyar says John Mayer is one of the people that has the most tiring energy. It icks me out. Yes, tiring energy. Honestly, Gunyar, that is such a good way to say it. Like you just feel kind of exhausted. Like he's the kind of person where I imagine having a conversation with him would feel more like a battle, because it's like he's just really listening to himself the whole time and you're trying to like get a word in and then he's correcting you. Ooh, I can see it. I can see it. Okay, let's pull some cards. So allegedly for entertainment purposes only, what are John Mayer's true intentions with his new rumored girlfriend, who seems to be a fairly normal, dare I say, genuine human being? I'm concerned for her. I am concerned. Okay. She's 17 years younger than him. Uh, I mean, that it can work. Age gaps can work, but I worry when it's John Mayer because, there can be kind of a weird dynamic. So let's just see. What are John Mayer's true intentions? Hi, Heat Lifer. How's it going? Yay. I'm so glad you're here. We're talking about John Mayer and his new rumored girlfriend, who is like a cute influencer named Kat, right? Kat, yes. Okay. I had to make sure I didn't say the wrong name. John Mayer's true intentions, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Scott says maybe she's not looking for anything serious. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, Eva, she's probably with the right person then. LOL. The lovers. Guys, does a tiger change its stripes? No, it does not. Of course not. Those stripes are painted on. That's how it's going to look forever. I think John Mayer, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, is who he is. He's never going to change the lover's card. This is what he's after. This is what he's always after. It appears it's what he's always been after. And I don't think he's going to change suddenly now. I'm sorry, but that is just like such a clear answer from the tarot. That's the tea right there. I mean, be warned. Ladies, just be warned. He's not going to change. And if you're okay with that, then okay. But if you're not, just run away. Literally run the other direction from this man. Oh my God. Because I was watching the Chiefs. Oh my gosh. Heat Lifer, you're so sweet. We missed you. But I'm sorry. I know. I tried to post it like way early for this one because I felt bad. Because I think a couple people forgotten they didn't. Abdul, I did not figure out what caused the glitch. I think it was just something going on with our internet, like in the area. And I hope it never happens again either. I did an internet speed test earlier today, though, to check and make sure everything was okay before streaming. And it was fine. The upload and download speed were good enough for HD streaming. So I was like, all right, I think it was just like a fluke, like something going on, like when the power goes out type of thing. Maybe too many people were streaming, watching the Chiefs. It sucked all the internet in the area. I have no idea. But yes. And Michael, I don't know if he hops back on you can ask him about Luigi, but I think just when we talked about it a little bit this week, he was basically just saying that it'll be interesting to see what continues to unfold. And yes, he did used to be a prosecutor for a decade. So, he's very interested in those cases. Hopefully he'll pop back on here so you can talk to him about it. But I am doing like a true crime episode for this month. So I'll see if he'll come on and talk a little bit about Luigi and some high profile cases for you. Okay. So we'll put a little pin in that. We miss you too, Heat Lifer. We love you too. You're so sweet. That is so, so sweet. Okay. Evadol says he loves himself only. So true. Isn't he a Scorpio? What are his placements? Can we check quick at the end of this live, please? Sure. Let's see. Okay, Luigi. And in podcast. Okay. didn't want to forget that. I promise we're going to include that. Okay. So, John Mayer, intentions, the lover's card. Pretty self-explanatory, but we're not too surprised by that. What about Kat? What is her intention with John Mayer? Let's just see how she feels, because maybe she's also just thinking it's very, casual. Who knows what she is looking for? Even else think he's already asleep. You guys probably. He had a really busy weekend. Like he went to his nephew's game. His nephew got his first touchdown. Our nephew, but I'm saying his because he's the one that went. I had some other stuff going on, but Yeah, so he was, like, running around playing with all the kids, like, I mean, he's tired, he's exhausted, so I actually do think he probably is asleep downstairs on the couch with the dogs. Okay, October 16th. So he just had a birthday, so he's a Libra. Honestly, Libras can either be the best in relationships or the worst because they have a huge focus on relationships. Okay, here are her cards. They, like, flipped over, so I feel very confident these are the right ones. Ooh, ooh, okay. All right. Hold on to your hat. This is how influencer Kat Stickler feels towards John Mayer. This is kind of her mindset, kind of an overall picture of her energy. So first we have the Fool card. Okay. This one scares me a little bit. Okay. This one's scary. The Fool card, this is like, you guys know, I mean, it's like, I'm just very trusting. I have my head to the sky. I expect the best. Um, be very careful. We'll just say that. Oh, man, I really want to look into her. I'm very curious now about, like, about her because this Fool card energy, it's like, I don't know, it's just more. I just feel like most people going into a relationship or potentially dating John Mayer would not be in this energy. Do you know what I mean? Maybe she's just, like, highly, highly confident, which if she is, amazing. But this is interesting. This is interesting. I feel like most women would be a little bit wary of him, just, like, kind of have your guard up a little bit. But this is, like, sort of no guard up. Expecting the best. Again, a great quality, but you just have to be careful, right? That you don't exhibit that around the wrong people. Okay, but we also have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So two aces. This to me, because we have two aces and a Fool card, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Okay, this is gonna sound very shady. I don't mean it to be shady. Um, but this energy combined is like, I think, okay, the swords, Ace of Swords, I think I'm gonna be victorious. I think I can get what I want from this person. Like, I think that I can, like, make them love me. I mean, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. So this is like, there's a couple things. Oh my God. It's like so hard to even get out because it's like so many energies. So one of the energies is like, I really think this person could be my Ace of Cups. I like the way this person thinks. I like who they are. I like the way they talk. So she's very enamored. Okay. Because this is like both her heart with the cups and her mind. So it's like, you really like this person. She really, really likes him, and she needs to be very careful because the Lovers card, because this is his energy. I mean, for that to be, like, the card that comes through for him, and then for her to have all this intense energy, this is kind of like the worst possible scenario. I mean, it's like we're sending a little lamb to the slaughter, you know? And that's such a ugh, I hate that I even said that. It's, like, such a gross thing to say. But that's how gross it is. It's, like, very sad, and, like, I'm highly concerned. Like, I am not comforted by these cards whatsoever. This is also feeling like you you know, the cliche of, like, "I can change him," that type of thing? It's kind of feeling like that. And that's what I also really don't like about it because it's like, "Oh, I can win because this is a victory card." Like, "Oh, I'm gonna win him over. I know that he's gonna, like, fall in love with me. I know that we have something special." It's like you're really building it up, and you're being a little bit naive. So I would just say, if she was my friend, I would be like, just stay grounded, one step at a time, move nice and slow, make sure the words are matching the actions and like let it unfold. Because with him having the Lover's card, I just don't get the best vibe. Let's get another clarifier for him just because her cards were so genuinely like enamored, like tell her to run. I know, run, literally just run. Massive red flag. Yes, red flag. This is sorta like her falling head over heels, you know what I mean? She looks a bit like Katy Perry. Yes, she kinda does. I see that too. I could see that, Eva Dolls. Mhm. Okay, Scott says John Mayer's 48. I don't see how at 48 he can just decide, yep, that he is willing to have an instant family if he hasn't been able to be in stable relationships. Exactly, Scott. And again, it's the tiger that doesn't change their stripes, right? He's Lover's card energy in his mind. I think that he considers himself an intellectual. Whether he is or not, remains to be seen. But I think that in his mind, he's like has a picture of like what he wants his life to look like where he's like, "It would be so great to have a family," and, like, kind of, like, liking the idea of it. but is he willing to actually put in the work and do the things that it takes to have a stable, loving family, like showing up, being there for somebody else, not cheating. Like, it's like there are things you have to do to like make those things work in your life in reality. It's not just like something that you dream up. It's not magic. So I agree with you that it would be interesting if that changed suddenly. I would be pretty surprised. Yes, very much like Leonardo DiCaprio. Exactly. Also, I heard that he was like really good friends. John Mayer was really good friends with BJ Novak, who's dating that other another like younger influencer comedian named Delaney Rowe. I think her last name is Rowe. She's so cute. I had already been following her on Instagram when I read this like blind item that they were dating, and I had the same feeling where I was like, ugh, I hope she's gonna be okay. Like that worries me. Because I was like, if BJ Novak's friends with John Mayer, like just by association, it's giving me like worried about the ladies. But she also seems like just so funny and cute. Do you guys follow her? She's like hilarious. Anyway, okay. Gotta look out for the ladies. I'm concerned. All right. Anything else about John Mayer? Any more layers of energy before we move on to the next story? You are right on time, Elizabeth. Hi. Happy to have you here. Okay, Gunnar says, John just wants to have his bachelor single life. But not going into serious relationship like a marriage. It's a huge red flag. If you want to stay in the never-ending tunnel, fine then. Yes. Right? It's like Groundhog Day. You want him to commit, he never does. It's just like, oh my God, what are we doing here? That's the feeling I get as well. Okay. Scott says, I wonder if he thinks by dating a younger influencer will keep him in the public consciousness. Maybe, or maybe he thinks it'll also be like less pressure to get married. I mean, even though she's been married in the past, but maybe he's like, women who are my age like want more of a commitment. If I'm with somebody younger, maybe I'll be able to stay, I don't know, not married longer. I don't know. Into the mind of this man, it's difficult. Heat Lifer says, can we find out if Tavis will marry before the year ends? How soon do we see them starting a family, please? Okay, we have them on our list to talk about. So yes, we will look into some of that too, Heat Lifer. Okay. Yes, it is on the list. Yes, Stacy. Thank you for wait, what? Any truth to the rumors of calling off an engagement? Oh Lord. Another man. Stacy, you brought in the hottest tea of all. Oh my Lord. Okay, we'll get to them. They are on the list. Woof. Okay. Anything else for John Mayer's energy besides the lover's card? Yeah, I hope not either. The Page of Pentacles. I mean, pages are like young and immature. Pentacles. Okay, but let me say this. Pages are young and immature, but Pentacles, like we just talked about with Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry, they had the Six of Pentacles, though, right? They were like building. Um, and that was like much more positive, to be honest. Interestingly enough, Katy Perry, ex of John Mayer, she seems more advanced in her ability to have relationships. He's the page. So this is like the good thing about this is that he has an intention to want to be able to build stable relationships, which that, that's something. I will say that's at least something. Um, but the Lover's card and the Page of Pentacles, this says he still has a really long way to go. So still, it's kind of like in my mind, this is what I want, and I'm going to try to do what I think you're supposed to do. Page of Pentacles. It's like I'm going to try to figure it out. So I think he's going to try. I do think he's going to try more with this relationship than he has tried in the past. But at the end of the day, he's still a page. So it's going to take him time. Who knows if he'll stick with it. But I mean, I guess this is more promising than if we were to get like a tower card, Not great, but it's like a little better. Um Tarot excuses. Not me making excuses for the bad behavior. Hi, Penny D. Oh my gosh, welcome. How's it going? Wait, Penny, you heard it too? Guys, stop. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I need to sip my water before we go any further. That's wild. Oh, yeah, yeah, Heat Lifer. Heat Lifer says, "I don't think so. Stacey, they were together at the game with families today, so I think that they're very much in love." I got that vibe too. I get that vibe too. We will pull cards. We will certainly check in on them. Okay. Hi, Chrissy. Welcome. How's it going? All right. Anything else for John Mayer? Okay, it just flew out. We're taking it, and then we're moving on. Last one. The Page of Cups in reverse. Okay. Well, so for John Mayer, we have 2 pages and a lover's card. And for her, we had Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, the Fool. She's making a bad choice being with him. Okay, there, I said it. I just said it. She is actually much more mature and capable of a really healthy, great relationship. She's actually, I think, a catch. I mean, mentally mature, emotionally mature, honestly, kind, maybe to a fault, to where she's a little bit naive in the situation, you know? But if that's the worst thing about you, like, you're a pretty great person to be around. Um, like, kind of unassuming, you know? Versus with him, we have the intention to be a good boyfriend at the very least, but very immature. Page of Pentacles, not quite sure how to do it. Lover's card, we know what that means. He's just kind of, that's what he's really looking for most of all. And then the Page of Cups in reverse. I mean, that's just embarrassing at this point, John Mayer. Um, the Page of Cups in the upright is still not given much. You know, it's like you're still very immature emotionally, but in reverse, it's like you're not. I don't even know. I don't even know what that is. Like you're not even at step one. Like you're okay. One of you guys said narcissist. That's like what it feels like because narcissists can't empathize. So like a Page of Cups would be like really feeling the emotion, but they would just be kind of maybe not great at expressing it, or a page like kind of like a fish out of water when it comes to being able to express their feelings and like know how to navigate love. But in reverse, it's like there's no feelings to even express. So this does feel allegedly like very much narcissist energy. Like there's not even anything to get from him. It's like trying to get water from a rock. There just isn't anything in there. Ew, okay, well, that was terrible. Okay, well, we are gonna send her love. And John Mayer, please just stop being a menace to the female population. Go get a different hobby. Oh my god. That was disturbing. As disturbing as we knew it would be. Oh my god. Okay. Next story. LOL infantile. Evidald, well said. The most infantile. The most. Surprised she's to run fast. Yeah. Get those high tops. Get those laces tied, honey. You're gonna need to start running immediately. Okay, so this was a request, Miley Cyrus and Max Mirando. This was from Monkey Girl. So she wanted to know about Miley Cyrus and her relationship with Max Mirando. So I looked into these two a little bit. I didn't know much about their relationship, but it actually seems very, very sweet. Miley's been through a lot in the public eye with her family. It does seem like the family can be a bit chaotic, although they do seem like they love each other a lot. There was, it was really sad. There was a lot that kind of seemed to happen when the parents got divorced. It seemed like it got pretty toxic. One of the daughters, I think it was Noah, who had a boyfriend that then Tish, her mom started dating the guy, and then their mom married the guy. I mean, that is pretty bad, right? Like I can't think of many things worse than that. Um, that's horrible. Like, how do you even, like, come back from that? I don't know how you do that as a mom. I don't know how you deal with it as a daughter. It's just icky. And so there was, like, some issues just with people not talking to each other in the family, and a lot's gone on for her. And then the Liam Hemsworth of it all, and I think he just got engaged. So I was actually super happy to see that Miley Cyrus has been in a happy relationship for a little bit now. He is 26. He's a little younger than her, but turns out they've been working on an album together. Um, they seem like a really good fit just from what I kind of read about them, their vibes. They seem like a genuinely good fit. So we're just going to pull some cards and see. I don't know how they're doing, what the vibe is. Yeah, Stacy said John is single for a reason. Exactly. When people tell you who they are, believe them. If it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, don't make excuses. That is a duck. Okay. Just the sooner we accept that is a duck, the happier we will all be. Okay. Someone tell Cat. And just be careful out there. Be careful out there. Okay, so let's see. What is going on? Abdul says, listening to The Fate of Ophelia, it's such a cool song. Yes, it really is. Even though I don't really like Taylor that much. Okay. Well, at least you like the song. That's a step. That's a step. Okay. So Miley Cyrus and Max, what is the vibe of their relationship? Abdul says Miley is super sweet. She's an amazing down to earth human being. Oh, yeah, I get that from her too. I definitely get that vibe from her. Okay, the vibe of their relationship. Hi, Lauren. Welcome. It's so good to see you. No, never late. You're always on time. Right when you get here is the right time. We're happy to have you here. Okay, the vibe of their relationship. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this is a relationship where she can really shine. She feels like a queen. We love that. I think that Miley Cyrus, similar to Taylor Swift, in the past, I definitely think that the relationships that she was in, I just don't feel like those people really saw her for the person that she is, which is so sad and like ironic, right? When somebody like Taylor Swift or like Miley Cyrus, they have all these fans and people that like look up to them, that see how great they are, tell them how great they are, ask for their autograph, take their photo. And then I think there was a time for both of them where they would go home and their significant other, the person that they wanted the most love from, did not really appreciate them or had weird resentments towards them, or the vibe just was off. I think Miley's relationship with Liam Hemsworth was probably one of the hardest things that she's been through. She has talked about how difficult that was, and there was alleged infidelity on his part, and just there have been clips where you can see him kind of rolling his eyes at her and acting like she's just like ridiculous. Sort of like how I feel like Joe Alwyn kind of had a similar vibe towards Taylor, like just sort of didn't really appreciate her as a person, looked at her as kind of cheesy or over the top. So sort of that vibe where I think that Miley for a long time felt like she needed to shrink herself in her relationships. So I love that we have the Queen of Pentacles for how she feels in this current relationship. This is somebody who makes her feel good about herself, who also helps her to feel really stable. This is not somebody that destabilizes her. You know, when you're around people that are not being nice to you, like emotionally, you can get kind of chaotic. And then, you know, it is hard to like be consistent with work and like keep everything going because you're getting distracted by all these emotions. With the Queen of Pentacles, so this is like her working hard, her feeling good. Like she feels like she can accomplish things and she's supported and she's able to be creative. I also think that because they're working on music together, the Queen of Pentacles tells us that that will also be successful for them. I think she's going to make money from this album. I would assume he will as well. So that's really good. I love that. So fabulous. What's not to love there? Miley has been putting out some really great music. Oh my gosh. Okay. I need to like do a little Miley deep dive after this and like see like her latest songs. I wonder if they've already put out some of the music that they've been working on together. Heat Lifer says, I really hope she finds true love. Liam really hurt her. Yeah, I think he did. She deserves to be happy. She does. She deserves to be happy. Yes, everybody deserves to be happy. And if John Mayer gets his act together, even he deserves to be happy. But I agree. I think she definitely deserves it. That song Flowers, like, my God, my heart, you know? Okay. Liam treated her as if she was beneath him, shaking my head. Yeah, exactly. That was the vibe. It was like a lot of eye rolls. I agree with you, Heat Lifer. He definitely, yeah, treated her like she was beneath him. Um, I'm just glad that she's feeling like a queen these days. So, so good. Okay. All right. What else? What else? Let's get let's get Miley's energy towards Max. How does she really feel towards Max? Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. How does Miley Cyrus feel towards her boyfriend, Max? The Ace of Pentacles. We're getting a lot of stability and a lot. So I do think that they are making money together. I think that this is very healthy and stable, but I also get a lot of like work stuff, which is really cute. Who was also married to their producer or something? Reba McEntire? Shania Twain. Shania Twain was, but then that didn't go well because I think he ended up cheating. But anyway, that has nothing to do with this. But I think that, like, I don't think he's gonna do that. I get a very good vibe. We haven't even pulled his cards yet, and I get good vibes from him. But I do think that sometimes that can be really great if, like, you have a relationship and then you also make music together. I mean, what could be better? You're working with your best friend. So I like this. Ace of Pentacles, it's like all aces. It's almost like a dream come true. She feels like she can be creative with him. She feels like they're making good music together. They're making money together. Like, it's really good. She feels like a queen. I love it. She's like, it's all coming together. My life is just coming together. And I love it. Okay. Very cute. Oh my God, bottom of the deck. What we don't see, Queen of Wands. Two queen energies. She's feeling even more creative, like, she can finally creatively be herself. I think that in the past, we saw different versions of her. Some of them, I think, were Miley's own creative inspiration, and I think other iterations of her persona were not her idea at all. I don't think that everything she did was aligned with what she really wanted to be putting out there. I think some of it was like, people telling her, "Hey, we're gonna pay for this, but we need you to wear this outfit. We need you to sing this type of song, because that's what's trending." And, you know, that's what you have to do because you're under contract. So I feel like now she's in a really good place where she's also able to Queen of Wands. I just got goosebumps, so confirmation. Create the kind of music she wants, dress the way she wants. It's a lot of freedom and excitement. Like, these are amazing cards, you guys. So not only is she in a great relationship, she's in like the best place in her life that she's ever been in. And I can't wait to see more of her. Like, I want to see this energy. I want to see these music videos that come from this. I want to see her performances, her songs. Like, this is so great. Ah, I love it. I love that for her. That's really exciting, actually. So good. Okay. Gunyar says, yeah, I think Liam had an inferiority complex in his relationship with Miley. Yeah. Because she was more successful and famous than him. Ugh. Yeah. Yep. 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 I could totally see that. Yep. Heat Lifer. Oh my God. Yes. That song Flowers really said a lot about Liam. I think so too. And the pain that he caused her. It was a heartbreaking song, especially the video. Yeah. It's like in the video where she was doing the work, like that workout. And then later it was revealed that it was the exact workout that like Liam used to do. And it was like a really tough workout. So I feel like it was also like her being like, I can do it. Like, I can do anything you can do. Like, you acted like your workout was even like harder than, like, I couldn't do it. And maybe she couldn't back then. And then she like did it for the music video to be like, I'll show you." Like, you know what I mean? Like, my heart, like, she really felt like he did not see her in that relationship. She definitely felt like invisible in the relationship. That is the worst feeling too. Oh, I feel so bad for her. I'm glad that she's feeling like this now, though. She's not even thinking about Liam. Bye. Okay. What about, yeah, but also like such a good song. Agreed. I love that she turned her pain into like the most amazing songs. So you go, Miley. Okay. And then Max, his energy towards Miley. What's his energy towards Miley? Oh my gosh. Okay. Four of Swords in reverse. So she helped him to heal from something. Again, I don't know much about him, but we're getting like a deep emotional healing, but also him feeling heard because swords are like the way that we think and communicate. So maybe she also, I think it might go both ways. Like, he sees her for who she is, and maybe she also sees him and his talents. It gives really good healing energy. That's really nice. Oh my gosh. Heat Lifer says, and she recorded the video at the house where he used to cheat on her. I did not know that either, Heat Lifer. Oh my gosh, that makes it like 1,000 times more sad, and like, what a powerful song though. And like, so powerful for her to like film the music video there, do his workout, like show him, like, yes. It's giving Phoenix Rising, you know what I mean? Love her. I'm so glad she's like past that too, because that feels very heavy and painful, right? Okay, so Max, healing energy, love that. What else? Ooh, we got 2, we're gonna take them both. Interesting. Okay, interesting. I don't know what his zodiac sign is. I don't know much about his birth chart, but he's getting like, okay, healing, 5 of cups, disappointment, 4 of pentacles. I think that this is interesting. I feel like he is like more mature or like wise beyond his years type of vibe. Um, because he's been through a lot of like disappointment. He's had to heal a lot of different things. 4 of pentacles. This is like stability, but feeling like you wish you had more stability in your life. Boredom. Let's see. Lovers in reverse and Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, so I do think he's very loyal. Ace of Swords in reverse. I also think that he is not the type of person that wants to win. Um, Very supportive. I wouldn't be surprised if he was like a Pisces or something, or or had a lot of water placements in his chart, because this is like very kind and it's giving mature. It also seems like this is somebody who has been through a lot, so they are more mature than maybe other people their age, which makes sense since he's like only 26 and she's like I think early 30s. Um I really like that these came through in reverse though, because this is like somebody who doesn't try to win arguments by putting other people down. And then lovers in reverse, this is somebody who's loyal and is like not just thinking about those things, but it's also somebody who has gone through a lot. So they take things seriously. Okay. I feel like he's like a very genuine, grounded, emotionally deep person. And I think that their relationship is helping him as well, because it's like these two were both looking for somebody that they could count on. And now they finally have each other. So I think that's really beautiful. I love it. Oh my God. Okay. Very cute. Happy for them. Sending them love. Okay, Monkey Girl, that was your requested reading. I hope you got all the tea that you needed. Okay, let's see. What are you guys saying? Oh my God, the gold dress. Yes, Heat Lifer. Okay, Heat Lifer said yes, and the dress she wears, the gold one, when she walks down the street, is similar to the one that his supposed person he cheated with wore to a red carpet. It wasn't the supposed person, Jennifer, or Jen. Which Jennifer was it again? Jennifer Lawrence. Yes, right. Oh my God, that video was a drop the mic moment. It totally was. To let go and reveal to everyone who Liam was with her. Amazing, right? Like the best revenge is just the truth. Expose. I mean, I'll never look at Liam Hemsworth the same. I remember before thinking he was like just this nice, like Hemsworth brother. Now I'm like, oh my God, he was so evil, just scummy. So yeah, she definitely got the last word, as she should. Okay, next story. So this was another one from um, Monkey Girl. Thank you for bringing this info to my awareness. So turns out Travis Kelsey's rising sign was actually confirmed over the weekend. Someone, Donna Kelsey, Donna, um, added his birth time, but like a rating, which means like it was from like someone directly in the family. I'm telling you, I think it was probably Donna. Um, or maybe it was Taylor, honestly, because she said she was into astrology on the New Heights podcast. Who knows? But somebody provided his verifiable, allegedly, birth chart information. And we finally have been like just graced with the information that he is a Virgo rising. And I would have never guessed that in a million years. I thought Travis Kelsey was maybe like a Taurus rising, just based on like aesthetic, but allegedly he is a Virgo rising. So I find that incredibly interesting for a few reasons. I'm gonna drop a little astro tea on that and then we'll move on. But I think that's incredibly interesting because, first of all, I think that Taylor Swift is a Scorpio rising. Scorpio and Virgo get along really well. Okay. So just right off the bat, two rising signs that are compatible. That makes a lot of sense. Also, Virgo energy has an innocence to it. Virgo rising really has an innocent vibe, because your rising sign energy is kind of like that first impression. It's also sort of like your approach to life in general, just kind of like your default setting. And Virgos can be very like pure-hearted, Virgo risings especially. They can also have like a little bit of like a I've heard another astrologer say like a baby alien energy, which so cute. I could see that with him. There's like a not baby, it's not like a baby, but it's sort of like an unassuming vibe that Virgo risings have. Dolly Parton is a Virgo rising. So it's like this genuine kind of openness. There's an openness in their face. I can't really explain or pinpoint where it comes from. It's not one feature. It's more of just like Virgo risings have an openness, just like a general openness, of friendliness that people gravitate towards. And once I like kind of thought it through, I was like, actually, I would have never picked it out. But now that we know he's a Virgo rising, I can see that. Like, he is kind of that affable, open hearted, kind of has like an innocence, whether he really is or not. I mean, hello, he has Venus and Scorpio, so I don't think he's that innocent. But in general, the way he comes across, first glance, kind of the way he approaches life, there is like sort of an innocence. Also, his best friend or one of his best friends is Patrick Mahomes, who's the quarterback for the Chiefs, and he's a Virgo. So that also makes sense because people with, the same rising and sun sign, they tend to also really get each other, see each other, and make each other better because who one person is naturally is who the other person is becoming, and vice versa. So they like strengthen those Virgo qualities in each other. And a little bit of football tea. Apparently, before Patrick got to the Chiefs, Travis had a reputation for like kind of partying and not being as like on the ball, when it comes to like this, his reputation around town in Kansas City, and then also just him on the field. And then once Patrick Mahomes joined the Chiefs and like they started playing together, that was when both of them really like locked in. And Travis's reputation changed, and then he ended up getting with Taylor Swift. But I think that I don't know, it's just Astro Tea in the wild. It all kind of makes sense when you see it through that lens. Like, definitely they hyped up each other's Virgo qualities, which is like disciplined, getting things done, detail oriented, genuineness, all that good stuff. So, kind of love that. Also, Taylor Swift has a Virgo midheaven. So, someone's rising sign being the same as your midheaven, he gets her need for example, things to be presented a certain way with like his New Heights podcast. He is not one of the people she's dated that was making fun of her, saying like, "Oh, you're taking this too seriously." I mean, someone who understands your midheaven is like, "Oh, yes, exactly. That's how things need to go." Like, I agree. It's like very validating for Taylor. So overall, love it. Like, makes a lot of sense. He Lifer says a walking exclamation point. I know that was literally like the cutest description. That was so sweet. Gunyar said, Virgos are good. I think, yes. I'm a Virgo sun. So I kind of like us. Oh my God. So funny. Sage Moon's a Virgo sun. We like Sage Moon. But no, I mean, every single zodiac sign has like really great representation. And then also there's some bad eggs, So every zodiac sign is good. It just sort of depends. Let's see. Ooh, Max is 1116. So he's a 7 energy. So like Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry, more of that introverted makes sense because he had a lot of like deep thinking, healing. Seems like a very deep person. So that makes sense. Thank you for saying that. Eva Dolls, love the birth date T. 1116. So that's November. So he would be a Scorpio. Yep. Okay, cool. I love that. Scorpios definitely are more mature beyond their years. So that also makes sense. A 7 energy Scorpio, I really like that. That is somebody who definitely like they take life seriously and like what they say is what they mean. Very deep, very emotional. Definitely that water sign energy like I was suspecting. Okay, I love that. I think he's really great for her. Confirmed. Thank you for sharing that, Eva Dolls. Amazing. I love that. Okay. Let's see. Stacy says, I saw a recent astrology. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Stacy, you had that tea. We will pull some cards for that crazy tea. I don't know. We'll just pull it just for fun. I saw a recent astrology thing that he and Taylor didn't have any connection in their relationship, strong in business and family. Ooh, well, here's what I think about that. So everybody's opinion is different, of course, right? But they actually have a Mars Venus connection, which is very romantic. So Taylor's Mars is in Scorpio and Travis's Venus is in Scorpio. So first of all, Scorpio, it is that like rebirth, death and rebirth, romantic, deep, intense zodiac sign, right? It's like very intense. Um, transcendent, if you will. And Mars is like passion. So Taylor, her passion energy meets love. Travis is Venus. So it's actually one of the best connections. If somebody's Mars and Venus are the same sign, like if one person's Mars is the same sign as somebody else's Venus, it's actually a balance of like love and passion. And it's like very positive, very. So I actually like that a lot. Maybe they didn't see that or they like skipped over that part, which is easy to do because there's so many different placements to read when you're reading a birth chart. But that one has always stuck out to me as being like a very good sign that they have a genuinely passionate and loving connection. So I'm going to freak out. No. Okay. Well, now I am gonna have to call somebody then because I've done all the diagnostics that I can do on my own. Even this Aquarius rising has her limits. Oh my God. Well, thank you for letting me know, Eva Dolls. Devastated. I'm gonna have to call somebody then to come out to the house and take a look at the internet. So let me know. Hopefully, you guys, we can get through the rest of this. Let me know if like you can't hear it. Ugh, so annoying. Technology. Mercury's not even retrograde yet. Okay. Eva Dolls said, "Is your rising sign what's?" Yes, your rising sign is the same thing as your first house. Exactly. Exactly. Let's get through my last couple stories then, rather than take those requests. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't want it to be like all choppy for everybody. Let me get through my last couple stories, and then what I will do is see if I can get somebody out to the house this week before our next live stream, so that it's not killing you guys. And then the podcast episodes, that's not on Wi-Fi, so that won't be choppy. Okay. I love you, you guys. Y'all are so sweet. Yes, we will still look at Luke and Nick, absolutely, Gunyar. Anything I've already written down, we'll do it, but I just wanna kind of move more quickly since, you're all right, next story that we had on the list, Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber. This one shocked me, I'll be honest, because I thought we were past this. I thought everybody was over it, but I guess not, and this is a little bit weird. So, in October of 2025, aka just a couple weeks ago or like last week, Hailey Bieber gave an interview where she said that she doesn't feel okay, wait. All right, I gotta set the scene. So Hailey, of course, her product line Rhode is now in Sephora, and she was being interviewed by a reporter, and I do think that this reporter was being snarky. I will say, to come to Hailey's defense a little bit, I think that the question was obnoxious. Okay, however, when you're getting interviewed, you got to be so careful, right? Because someone can ask you an obnoxious question, but then the way you answer it can also make you look kind of bad. And that's what I think sort of happened here. So the person asked Hailey Bieber, do you feel competitive with any of the brands here at like that are also at Sephora? And of course, immediately Hailey is probably like triggered because she knows what they're insinuating. She knows they're talking about rare beauty. I'm sure she's just had it and is so tired of being compared to Selena Gomez. It's just on her last nerve, I'm sure. And her publicist apparently was there and said, "We're going to skip that question." But Hailey was like, not having it. Saturn is about to go back into Aries, and I am getting my feet wet in standing up for myself more and more. And she said, I don't feel competitive with people that I'm not inspired by. Yikes, Hailey. Yikes. Because the way that this person asked the question, they didn't say, do you feel competitive with Rare Beauty? They said, do you feel competitive with any of the brands at Sephora? Thinking they were being slick, right? And asking the question and being obnoxious without actually saying Selena's brand directly. So then what Haley ends up doing is insulting all the other brands at Sephora by saying that I'm not competitive with people I'm not inspired by. So you're saying I'm not inspired by any of the brands here at Sephora? Like, just no, like it was a foot and mouth moment. I'm sure she regretted it. Um, just not the best, right? You guys, not the best. Abdul, I'm glad you're having fun chilling with your Turkish coffee. Love that. Love it. It's better, no jinxie. Okay. Oh, cross our fingers. Um, Stacey, I think that Taylor is actually Scorpio rising, although there are two different schools of thought. Some people think Capricorn, some people think Scorpio. So you just kind of got to go with your thing because we don't have it confirmed yet. So just go with what you think. I feel Scorpio rising from her. But she does have a Capricorn stellium. Okay. My little dress is riding up. Okay. We're having all kinds of problems over here. So then I'm thinking, okay, that's probably it. Whatever. That's where the story probably ends. Well, no, that's not where the story ended because then Selena Gomez, come on, guys, what are we doing? She gets on her Instagram story and she responded in a now deleted Instagram story. So she did delete this later, which I guess that's something. But she ended up saying on her Instagram story, just leave the girl alone. She can say whatever she wants, doesn't affect my life whatsoever. It's just about relevance and intelligence. Ouch. Be kind. All brands inspire me. There is room for everyone, and hopefully we can all stop. To me, that makes my stomach hurt. Like, that is worse than someone just being like, you're like, "Oh my god, she's so rude," or like, "What a," you know what I mean? Like, someone just saying something back to you, like, that is, like, hurts, but it sort of, like, keeps the anger going. This was kind of like, I don't know, it was like a superior answer, and it was also sort of being like, "I'm better than that," like, "All brands inspire me, be kind," like, kind of belittling to her, but it was also like, she's right, like, Haley shouldn't have said that. It was just bad, you guys. It was icky and bad. I wish Selena just wouldn't have said anything. I think that might have been the best response there. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's pull some cards. Okay, Nelly says it's not choppy anymore. Okay, thank you for letting me know. I'm still gonna call somebody to come out here and look at the internet. Ugh. But I'm glad that it's not like choppy right now at this moment. It is essential to know the time of birth. Yes, it is essential. You have to know. Oh, is it essential? Sorry. Yes, it is essential. If you want to know the rising sign, which sets up all the rest of the houses, you do. And if you don't know, you can do your best guess by creating a noon chart, putting noon as the time of birth. Um, but yeah, if you really want to be 100% sure, you have to have the rising time and the location. And if you don't have that, there are people who can work backwards and help you figure it out. Um, but they're usually pretty expensive because it's like very entailed work to do. It's called chart rectification. If anybody doesn't have their birth time, you can um, do a quick Google for chart rectification services, and there can be somebody who can actually go through your life events and you can pinpoint your rising sign based on that. So, okay, I'll flip the cards over. Let's see. Selena and Haley. So first of all, Haley allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Why did she answer that way? Because it wasn't just coming at Selena. It was just kind of in general, kind of a nasty thing to say, right? Like, I'm not competitive with brands that don't inspire me. Like saying that no brands at Sephora inspire you. Like that's just not a very kind thing to say, right? I mean, you can just be like, "Oh, I think that all brands are inspiring and everybody has their own lane and it's great to be in Sephora with all these wonderful brands. I'm excited to be on the shelves next to them. And obviously, I'm passionate about what I do." You just kind of like shut down the reporter without insulting people. That's what I think the best route would have been. But okay. My God, why did she do that? Ooh, okay. The justice card. She feels like, okay, it's the frustration thing. She feels like she's been wronged. She's like, this is unjust. The way that I've been framed, the way that people are talking to me. Um, I also think that she has been made out to be the bad guy in her mind with the justice card here. She feels like she's been made out to be the bad guy. And in her mind, she's like, if they only knew the half of it. So she may be wanting to get justice now and in the future. Like I said, once Saturn moves into Aries, once it's done, finishing up this last little move through Pisces and we get into 2026, when Aries is, or when Saturn is finally in Aries, like for a good chunk of time, I think that she is going to maybe spill some tea. If this keeps happening, if she keeps being pushed, I think that Haley is going to show us a different side of herself, a more authentic side, like I was saying before. And I do think that she may do that through her business, through her brand. And this is her kind of having a bone to pick. She's like, I may have dealt with that in the past, but like y'all don't know the half of it type of thing. So I think she's got to get her anger a little bit under control so that she can communicate like effectively. But she definitely is tired of it. She's really tired. She feels this is fully just like unjust. She's a little mad, which, okay, I get it. I bet it's very frustrating. I can see that. So she sort of lost her cool a little bit. What about Selena Gomez? How does she really feel? Allegedly. Penny says, watch out, Aries don't play. Take it from Penny. She knows. That is so true, though. Like, Aries will burn the whole thing down. Like, do not mess with them. Oh my God. Gunyar said, yeah, Selena really said, all brands inspire me, even you. I know. I'm not having insecurities like you have about me. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Ooh, it's just and deeper down the rabbit hole we go. Oh my God, Penny, I know, right? And Selena has an Aries moon. So also look out for her. I mean, I think that's sort of why they keep locking. So Saturn is where I even talked about Saturn in like a little short that I edited for YouTube about Selena Gomez. So Saturn has been on my mind lately. So Saturn, it's like the coach of the zodiac. It is where you're here to grow. You got to put in more effort there. So with Haley, Saturn in Aries for her natally, it's sort of like this unbridled energy where like maybe there are like surges of anger, or sometimes she'll like not speak her truth. And then all of a sudden she's like, no, never mind. I'm going to tell it like it is. So like, she's kind of learning how to navigate that and how to really like own her power. Saturn is a warrior energy. So like how to be like, I'm sorry, Aries is a warrior energy. So how to be like a balanced, strong, warrior, like for your own causes, for your own self, standing up for yourself consistently, that type of thing. And then Selena, she has her moon in Aries. So a moon Saturn connection between two people, it's very emotional and they definitely push each other's buttons. We'll say that. So I think that's why we see that this is sort of a never ending cycle between the two of them, because they kind of just push each other's buttons and it's not even purposeful. It's just like that's the way their charts connect. So I think the best thing would be for them to just like stay away from each other, like no comment. If you feel triggered, like just don't comment if you think it has to do with the other person, because it's a never ending cycle with them. Okay, how does Selena really feel towards Haley? Allegedly. My gosh. Oh, okay, Abdul. Hello. This is just a lovely time you're having. Time for a nice one piece of mini chocolate cookie that my grandmother made. Have a bite for us. That sounds so yummy. Jealous. That and like a Turkish coffee. Ooh, delicious. That's right up my alley. Love a coffee and a dessert. Like, that sounds amazing. Okay, Gunyar says, what does a Cancer moon mean? Ooh, okay. All right, we'll get into that. We're about to read Luke's. Luke is a Cancer moon. Okay. Okay, Penny says, correct, Gunyar. Okay. All right, I'm coming right back to it, Gunyar. I promise. Oop, finally. We got some flippage, so let's take these. Oh, Lord, it's a lot going on. So, not surprised, guys, but 3 of Cups. So, this is twofold. 3 of Cups is like, honestly, I wish we could be friends. That's what like Selena thinks when she thinks about Haley. I wish we could be friends. 3 of Cups, I wish we could celebrate this together. I think it would be cool if we could be friends. If we could be like, oh my gosh, we're both doing the same things in life. Maybe we could both even, I don't know, meet for coffee every once in a while. Like, I feel like she really has moved on emotionally from the relationship aspect enough to like genuinely wish that she could be friends with Haley. I think she's like, I think we could be good friends. I think it'd be cool. At the same time, the 3 of Cups can also be like three's company. There's always this elephant in the room with the two of them. So she has this feeling of like, I wish we could be friends, but I know we never will actually be able to be friends because honestly, Justin, because of that whole thing, the three's a crowd type of thing. So there's that, and then there's also the element of Justin that's, like, not really him necessarily, it's, like, the idea of him, the story of him, the press pitting them against each other, the way they both feel triggered, that's also the elephant in the room. So it's like, we're never just gonna be able to be that, like, in another life, we probably could have been friends, that type of vibe. And then we have this is crazy, we have the 3 of swords and the sun. How she feels towards her, I think that genuinely at one point remember when they, like, took that photo together and, like, I don't know, like, things seemed good? That's the sun card energy. I think that there was one point in time where Selena was, like, actually feeling really good about her. I think they even, like, I don't know, follow each other on Instagram, like, there was, like, some goodwill going back and forth. So the sun, genuinely, she wants her to be happy. She hopes that she's happy, that type of thing. But then the 3 of swords, she also feels sort of heartbroken because I think the reason that she, like, responded like this with the "Just leave the girl alone, she can say whatever she wants, doesn't affect my life whatsoever," and then got a little bit, like, kinda correcting her by saying, like being like, "I'm the bigger person," type of thing, "Be kind," whatever. Yes, it was genuine and kind, but it was also, I feel like, also being like, "Mhm, see, this is what you really are supposed to say, Haley," like, kind of correcting her or, like, one-upping her in a way with a better answer. That's kinda what it felt like. And I think the reason she reacted that way because 3 of swords, I think Selena's super, super sensitive, and I think it really hurt her feelings. So, yeah, not good. Not good. Yikes. I don't think they're ever gonna be friends. Thank you, Penny. Well said. Love-hate relationship. Exactly. It's a love-hate relationship. And I think the feelings between the 2 of them are way more intense than Selena's feelings toward Justin. I think she could care less at this point. I mean, hopes that he's happy, but, like, fully is like, would never wanna go back there again. But the feelings that she has towards Haley are more complicated. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yes, love, hate, Penny. Always Penny knows how to just get right to the heart of things. Okay, now to your requests, you guys. Everybody's been wanting to know about Luke Newton and Nicola Coughlan. Hopefully, it's not getting choppy. I see up here there's like a little line coming up that now I'm learning is telling me that it might be choppy. So this is the last one, and then we'll hop off and I will fix this week. Can you hear less? Let's go. Okay. Abdul says, I've always been a cookie and coffee guy. Yep, me too. Me too, Abdul. Inviting you to a nice dinner at a really sweet Italian restaurant. Come along. Ooh, wish I could. I do appreciate the invite though. Have some cookies and coffee for me. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do, Gunyar. Oh my gosh, Gunyar, you have all these questions. Let me see. I know how much you want to know about these. So I'm going to do my best to answer them. But I also want to talk to you a little bit about what I saw today. So I did my own deep dive, my own little research here. And I did see that people were talking about how Nicola Coughlan erased a lot of her Instagram images. So I went through myself and I was just looking through her Instagram and I was like, what kind of things did she keep? What did she take off? So when I looked down further, I took a little screenshot because I know everybody's been saying that she like removed a lot of photos of her with Luke. But once I like kind of got into it, I mean, all of these Bridgerton photos, I don't know if y'all can see this. Well, you probably can't see that too far away, but like all of these cute Bridgerton photos of them, like they're still there, you guys. Like the one of them being like really romantic, like looking into each other's eyes, that's still there. The one of like from their wedding, that's still there. Holding hands, that's still there. So I don't know, you guys. Okay. I she didn't this was just like a couple hours ago. So she erased a lot of photos, but I mean, the ones that are like very core, like she and Luke, and like I just felt like that was like still there. Um, so I don't know. So what are you guys saying? There's still a lot of photos, but she deleted some more of the personal candid ones. Oh, okay, like the one of them in the diner. Yeah, I didn't see that one. She deleted almost every photo that can be counted as personal. Ooh. Oh no. Okay, okay. All right, I see what you guys are saying now. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you, Eva, for the update on the Wi-Fi. Oh my god, you guys. As Michael says, held together by spit and twine. Okay, so one of my favorite phrases of his. All right, Gunyar says current next 6-month energy. Okay. What does Luke okay, what do they think of each other? Is there jealousy? Does Luke think that Nick is distancing herself? Okay. So Evadell says the Bridgertons are there, yes. But the ones when they are out together of Luke and Nick, okay, those are gone. She deleted a lot of the personal photos. Okay. Yeah, you guys are all saying the same things about the personal photos and kept the work related ones. Okay, that's bad. We definitely need to just pull cards. They got the reaction, but she put the professional ones, deleted ones. Okay. Okay, okay. Ooh. Eva dolls. Eva, we've hired you for tech. We're all working production tonight. Oh my god. Oh my god, you guys. All right, let's just ask this. Okay, Eva says it could be as simple as she wants to keep IG for business, but we don't like it. I feel like if you want to keep your Instagram for business, that would make sense. But wait, weren't there other ones that she's kept that are not business related? Hold on. That's important. 'Cause I feel like not every one of them was business. It was just like, okay. Oh, and then also people were saying that they didn't like some of her new photos, that she looks sort of like dead behind the eyes. Okay. So we have on here now, it's like a Variety magazine article. She has a new play that she's going to be in called The Playboy of the Western World. It looks pretty intense. She has a lot of like advocacy posts about like Gaza and speaking up. She has magazine covers. She has okay, I think it looks really good actually, you guys. Looking through this, actually her Instagram looks really good now. Okay, I get a sense that this is professional because it looks very like curated. Like the colors really flow. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I feel like it might just be her, like, having a branding person go through because she's, like, elevating, and so is he, by the way. They're both elevating. They're both getting more and more famous. They're both getting more and more opportunities. So, let's just see. Oh, said that the ones the fans like the most, the ones that were deleted. Oh, that's so sad. Why is she doing this now? Right, right. Like, I get doing it, but, like, why not just moving forward, change it up? You know what I mean? Have your branding person, like, do different do a different style going forward. Like, why would you delete old photos? Like, that's what I would do. I would just be like, okay, let's just start from here. So, yeah, I could see that. I could see that. So, let's see. Hmm. Nicola Coughlin. Why did she delete all of those images from her Instagram, allegedly for entertainment purposes only? The Hanged Man. Okay. Let's get a clarifier there. Ace of Wands. Okay, hold on. I need more clarifier before I can interpret this. It's a little bit intense. This is not giving professional vibes. I don't think it's the professional thing. I think maybe that's a good cover. Maybe that's a good thing to say. Like, if you're her and you don't want to talk about it, you're like, "Oh, we just did that because I just did that because I'm curating my feed now, trying to turn it into more of a professional Instagram." That would be the PR answer, but Ace of Wands and Hanged Man, Six of Wands best friend card. Uh, I feel like there has been an issue in her personal life, which is why she did it. Okay, let me get more clarification. It's like a little story coming through. Why did she delete Luke's pic that can be considered personal? Goodness, I told you. I know, you guys. I know. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Allegedly. Um, The sun in reverse to clarify the hanged man. Okay. Um, well, I think that this has to do with her personal life. I am not sure exactly what happened, if there was a conversation behind the scenes, maybe with her current boyfriend. Um, aren't they about to start promoting the next season of Bridgerton right now? If so, I think that there may have been a conversation between Nicola and her boyfriend about etiquette moving forward doing the promotions. And maybe Antonia and Luke also had the same conversation. Something about professional boundaries. Um, I do think that the significant others were a little bit bothered, maybe felt a little insecure about all of the buzz around Nicola and Luke. I mean, Lucala, like all everybody really standing them. I do think that it made their significant others feel a little bit insecure, and so I think that moving forward, there was a little bit of a conversation where, like, hey, I really don't want that to happen again. And I'm getting this coming from her boyfriend because we have the hanged man and the sun in reverse. So this is feeling like a dark cloud over you, like your happiness is stolen, like anxiety. So I feel like there was some anxiety from this conversation. And I think that because of that, Nicola, being the upstanding person that she is, which I think she's a very good person. I really like her energy a lot. We've read her birth chart before on here. She's very solid, stable. What you see is what you get kind of person. She has an earth sun and an earth moon. So there's like, she's very transparent type of personality. Like, there just isn't a lot of ambiguity. Like, you ask her a question, she's going to give you the straightforward answer. So I think she's a problem solver. So I think that when she saw the hanged man energy with her boyfriend, she saw that he was in sun reversed energy. She was like, okay, we're going to solve this problem, because I think she's the type of person that doesn't want to see people that she cares about suffering. And so rather than be wishy-washy about it or just have a conversation, she was like, I'm going to take action so that he feels better and to show him how important he is to me and to draw those professional boundaries going forward. So I think that's what sparked this ahead of the Bridgerton, all the press and everything that's going to be happening. I think she wanted him to like feel more assured. So she was like, we're going to do a rebrand of my Instagram. I'm going to change up sort of my whole vibe when it comes to work so that I can have more of a separation between my personal life and my professional life, because I want to have a healthy personal life and I want to be successful. And I think the best way to do that, speaking as Nicola, I think the best way to do that is for me to have really healthy, clear boundaries. And my Instagram is going to be a part of my career stuff. And maybe she even has like one of those Finsta accounts where she posts other, all the other stuff, or maybe she keeps it in a scrapbook. But I do think that as far as the way she presents herself to the world, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, I think that it was a conversation that happened. And I think that it was ahead of this new press tour type thing. And then we also have the Ace of Wands, the passion, and the Six of Wands, the friend thing. I also think that maybe she made this decision because deep down in her heart of hearts, when her boyfriend brought it up, she knew that there was some chemistry between she and Luke. And so there was a little bit of a seed of guilt. And she was like, I really need to take care of this because I don't want to hurt my boyfriend in this way, because it would hurt my feelings if the situation was reversed. So I actually think she was just trying to be a problem solver, that Capricorn that she is, and also follow through on her commitment that she made to her boyfriend. And I think that makes her a good person. Okay, now I'm gonna catch up with what you guys are saying. I was seeing all the comments out of the corner of my eye, just like zing zing, and I had to like get it out. Okay, what are you guys saying? Oh my god, Abby, things may have ended with Jake. That would be crazy if they ended right after she did this. As she was like, well, allegedly, according to the cards, she was doing that for him. Allegedly, to he, yes, even else. Um, okay, Gunyar says, is it something about personal life that can include Jake's jealousy about Luke? Yes. Gunyar, I think yes, absolutely. I mean, according to the cards, that's exactly the story. He felt insecure, and so she was like, we're gonna problem solve this. And I'm going to be better about boundaries so that you feel comfortable, that type of thing. Um, Oh, you said which is ew. I feel like it wasn't to show him that she only thinks about him. I feel like it was more of like an empathetic thing where she was like, "Oh, this makes the person that I care about feel uncomfortable. I'm gonna fix it because I'm a doer." Like I get this feeling from her. She's like, "I'm a doer. If I see something, I do something." Um, I feel like she was more empowered about it, but I guess you could take that several different ways depending on your personality too or the situation. Okay, let's see. Gunnar says, yes, they are promoting season 4. She deleted that one day after the season 4 interviews. Oh, yep. I think the interviews and all of the press and all that coming up, I think that's what sparked this conversation. And I just think Nicola is like a really genuine person. Like, and I feel like that's what she was trying to do. She was just trying to be genuine. I just get such a good vibe from her, like a really good person. Luke still keeps some photos of Nick on his page, so it is about her insecure boyfriend. I think so. I think so. Grr, Eva Doll says, "Oh my god, I wish Abby, but I don't think so." Wait, who's Abby? What? You guys, I'm so behind. What does Luke? Wait, what does Luke think of Jake? What do they think about each other? Is Jake jealous of Luke? Person professionally? Okay, let's see. Oh, we're getting into some messy tea, Gunyar. Why not? Let's do it. Okay, so first question: is Jake jealous of Luke? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Is Jake, who's also an actor and has done some shows and things in his own right, is he jealous of Luke? Let's see personally first and then professionally. I'm not going to read it until professionally. Okay, personally, ooh, the Queen of Wands in reverse. Yes, that is not good. Um, Okay, so the Queen of Wands, this represents Nicola. So personally, is he jealous? Yes, he is. Okay, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, because the Queen of Wands would be Nicola in the situation. So her showing up as the answer to the jealousy, that's a yes for sure. And then in reverse, this is afraid of losing her. I mean, that's pretty straightforward T right there. And then professionally, oh, Four of Swords in reverse. It's like healing, needing to heal. I mean, that's such a weird answer to a jealousy question. Jealous professionally. Four of Swords in reverse needing to heal. I would say yes, but he's like trying to work on that. It's more straightforward when it's he's definitely more of like more preoccupied about like the personal jealousy thing, afraid of losing his girlfriend, afraid of losing Nicola. Um and then he's actually trying to heal the professional thing. I feel like he's not like super jealous, but like maybe he looks at him and he's like, "Ooh, I wish I could do that someday," or like that would be cool. But it's more of the professional or the personal thing. I mean, oof, oh my god. Okay, Abby says, "I think she's afraid about her relationship with Jake ending, becoming known. It'll come out soon." So you guys think the relationship's already ended? Oh my god. Melinda says, "Could it be in response to the blind item suggesting there was a secret relationship with Nick and Luke?" Okay, Melinda, I did not hear that the blind items. Do you remember which blind item? Where did you find that? I need to find that like immediately. I've got to go down the rabbit hole. I love a blind item and I've not heard that, but I mean it's very possible. I got more of like him being like I'm feeling insecure and I want us to get ahead of this so that this doesn't happen again like this press go around like I don't want to get jealous so like I feel like it was her boyfriend communicating to her like okay, I'm just feeling really worried and insecure because like I'm I already know I'm gonna be seeing photos and videos of you and Luke, and, like, last year when I saw that, like, even though we weren't together officially or whatever, like, I felt very jealous and insecure, like, y'all were into each other and everybody was talking about it, and, like, I felt like that's sort of what he was saying. I don't know if it was a blind item. I mean, I'm sure that wouldn't have made him feel great. Maybe that made her feel kinda bad. I don't know. Okay, Gunyar said, "Someone said when you date a boy, you act like his mom, and that is what Nick and Jake are giving." Yes, I've heard that before too. When you date a boy, you act like their mom, and then when you date a man, you're able to act like silly and immature. I've heard something like to that effect. Reminds me of Taylor and Joe so much. Same patterns, partner that sucks your energy. Interesting. I mean, I could totally see that. I could totally see that. Yeah. I mean, I have not seen enough photos or videos of Luke with Jake. Like, honestly, I wish that we had a little bit more to go on. We don't really see them interacting much. They haven't done red carpets where where there's been like videos circulating of them talking to each other. Like, kind of wish we could see how they interact, just for the nosiness of the tea. But I could see it. I mean, I could see it being, if it's like that, then yeah. Um, Lauren said, this is like how Nick followed Antonia after her and Luke were flirty at the SAG Awards, like trying to do damage control a little bit or feeling guilty. Exactly. Nick overcompensates in reaction. Ooh, Lauren. Oh my God. Yes. Way to identify a pattern. Oh my God. I would not have thought of that in a million years, Lauren. You're so right, though. Like, that is sort of a pattern. Like, maybe when something happens in her personal life on social media, she sort of like overcompensates or like tries to make things better by being like, okay, so I'm going to extend this olive branch or like make this gesture on social media because I want to make things right. She is definitely a person that's a doer who wants things to be right with other people. Like I said, I get the sense from Nicola that she's like, ooh, if someone's upset, I'm going to go straight to them and talk to them. If I've hurt someone's feelings, I'm going to do whatever I can to make it right. I'm going to be proactive about things. But sometimes maybe that could be overcompensating. Yeah, like if it's like, okay, just take a breath. You don't have to fix it right away. Maybe it's not even something you did. That type of thing. But I mean, I do respect her for being somebody who goes straight to a problem. I think that that is a great quality to have. Yeah. Penny says, sounds messy, Penny. It sounds so messy. It sounds like there's more tea in the personal lives than, the show Bridgerton. Eva Doll says it makes her a good person, but I don't think she is thinking about herself. She's worrying about others so much. Ooh, good point. Good point, Eva Dolls. Good point. Yep, it is messy. A lot of things going on here. You've called that tea since the beginning. Ooh. We have had a lot of layers of these two that have really unfolded. And there's always been a lot of tension between the two of them, Nicola and Luke. And yeah, I don't know. I think we have to kind of get more of a sense of Jake if they're still dating. I guess we don't even know. He's a boy 24. Yeah, I mean, 24 is really young if you are like 38. I mean, or 39. Or I think she turns 39 in January. Um yeah, like she and I are like the same age. Like I cannot imagine dating a 24-year-old. I'll be totally honest with y'all. I could not imagine. And nothing against people who are 24. Awesome. Just different places in our lives in every way. Then again, I'm married to somebody who's a lot older than me, but to me that feels more normal. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's my Scorpio moon. Maybe it's my intensity. But I don't know. I just feel like 24 is if that feels very young. Like when I think about myself when I was 24, like I feel like I was very different then than I am now. So it's like I would definitely feel like I needed to like take care of the person and like look out for them if they were 24, just trying to put myself in those shoes. Yeah, I would feel like I would probably end up being like their mom for sure. For sure. And she's also a 9 energy birthday, and those people already end up being the humanitarian who like kind of baby others. Yeah, I don't know if this is the right relationship for her. Obviously, she knows what's best for her. Maybe this is just a reason this season or a lifetime thing. She will figure it out. But yeah, it definitely seems like there's a lot going on behind the scenes there, and I don't think that it's just a professional thing. I think that stuff is going on, and I think it's a little bit difficult right now. Let's pull a card for she and Luke's relationship, I guess, while they do this press tour. Nicola Coughlan and Luke Newton, they're doing the Bridgerton press tour. They're going to be around each other again. Melinda says blind item, Crazy Days and Nights. Ooh, okay. I listened to Crazy, you guys. So Me being absolutely crazy. I usually fall asleep to like crazy days and nights. So I'm surprised I haven't heard this one, but I did skip the last couple nights. And I was listening to who is it? There's another podcast. Oh, Blinded by the Item. I kind of switch between the two. So I need to, I guess, go back and check, see what I missed. Oh my God. Of course I missed the good tea. Okay. Yeah, me neither. Penny says, right? I just can't. I just can't see it. Okay, Evidal says, no way. I was 32 dating a 21-year-old. He was mature, but he was so immature too. That didn't work out. Yeah, right? It just I just think that's tough. Crazy Days and Nights 12, 13, or 12, 14. Ooh, so this was like a full year ago. Okay, thank you, Tessa. Thank you so much, Tessa. Oh, I'm gonna go back and look for it. I'm excited. Okay. So let's see, you guys. It's from Celebrity Blind Items from October 13th. I sent you the link of it already from Instagram. Thank you, Gunyar. Okay, guys, y'all are the best. Getting the tea. The tea is flying now. You guys are awesome. Yeah, and Tessa, that's amazing that you like were able to find that. So good. Y'all are like very good at sleuthing. Okay, let's see. Let's see. How Luke really feels towards oh my God. Freudian slip. How Luke really feels towards Nicola Coughlan as they go on this press tour. What is going on with Luke? I don't think she ended up going either, Eva Dolls. Remember how the last time I did a reading for them, I got that like it was the energy was weird and distant. Before, like when it first started, I got that the energy was really good and that she was like planning to go see the play. Then, right before it was like closing, I think it was like that closing week, like end of September, I got that their energy was really distant. So I don't know if things changed, but okay, how Luke feels towards Nicola right now, allegedly. Three of Pentacles work. He's just thinking about her in terms of work. I do think it's weird though that we have Three of Pentacles. Three's a crowd. Okay, this is gonna sound so just cliche, but that's what I get. It's like maybe cliches sometimes are cliche because they actually happen. I get the sense that both of their partners are uncomfortable. And Luke and Nicola are in kind of the same position because both of them are in relationships with other people. I think both of them have been loyal while they've been in those relationships, to those relationships. I don't think that either of them would cross the line with each other. Um, but we get this Three of Pentacles, like three's a crowd type of thing, which makes me feel like when he goes to these events, he feels the same way that Nicola feels, like kind of pressured. Like in the back of his mind, he's like, okay, I got to be careful that I don't stand next to Nicola too much. I got to make sure that when we're asked questions, I'm not like too flirty because he also feels a little bit of pressure. Three of Pentacles, three's a crowd. Because I think his girlfriend has also said something kind of similar. To be honest, you went 10, 13, or 10, 14. Okay, Tessa. I was going to say, wow, you went really far back. But okay, 10, 13, or 10, 14. Thank you. Perfect. That'll be easier to find. Gunnar says, she didn't go to his play, but I think he's going to go to her play and make it messy. Do it, Luke. Honestly, do it. You only live once. Okay. Melinda says, what is the tea with the lack of career opportunities for Luke? He seems stagnant, not visible with Bridgerton. He was left out at the end of filming season 4 promos. What? I feel like he's pursuing new opportunities. So, Melinda, the vibe I get about Luke right now, based on our past readings, we got like an Ace of Pentacles from a couple readings ago. And that was like before he got to do the play. Like I predicted that he was going to get an opportunity like coming up really soon. And then we found out like I think a week later that he ended up getting the play about Alexander McQueen that he was very excited about and like he was interviewed for it and like it was this big thing. And I remember being like, oh my God, that's so crazy because we got the Ace of Pentacles. And like, so to me, I was like, that's like his career kind of dream. He wants to be sort of like Hugh Jackman, where he has like a career in movies, but also can do Broadway. And like, I feel like that's sort of his vision. So he's really focused on that. And sadly, I think Bridgerton for him at this point in his career, as much as he loves all the people, and I think he's had a great experience there, I think that he feels he's outgrown Bridgerton or would like to outgrow Bridgerton, because he doesn't want to be stuck playing that character. He wants to grow and he wants to do new things. So I feel like it's more coming from him. Like if he's left out, I feel like it's more coming from him, like moving on, or maybe he talked to the writers and he was like, I don't really, so I don't know behind the scenes what's going on with him, but I do think that he feels like he wants to move on and he's not necessarily trying to do as much with Bridgerton. He's only in one episode. Oh no. And Nicola's only in two. Okay. There you go. Okay. Interesting. And then Dina says, I think they haven't posted all the episodes they're in yet. It was similar last season. Okay. Well, we will definitely do a little Bridgerton. Maybe I do a separate episode where it's like a Bridgerton recap or something. If there's enough people that want to focus on Bridgerton when it becomes available to watch, maybe it's like a tea watch party or something. I don't know. Or we do like tea caps, like recap tea caps about the Bridgerton people. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people really love Bridgerton, and that could be like a fun thing to add as like something separate, for the channel. Maybe everybody watches the season together or something and we talk about it. Okay, Nellie says yes. Oh, we are always interested in Bridgerton. Okay. Eva dolls. Okay. No, the episodes are not finalized in IMDb yet. They will be updated. Okay. Heat Lifer says that would be fun. Okay. Done and done then, you guys. Oh my God, that'll be really fun. Watching a whole like series together. Guys. Okay. And then that'll be like separate just for like a live stream where we just like recap the episodes, talk about it, get into the tea. That'll be fun. Do I need a tea set for it? I feel like we do with Bridgerton. Okay. We'll discuss. But anyway, back to back to this. I'm getting so excited. I don't feel good about it though, you guys. I don't feel good about it. Okay, how does Luke feel towards Nicola? Allegedly, for entertainment purposes. Temperance in reverse. So we had the Three of Pentacles. He feels pressured from a significant other to definitely distance himself. Temperance in reverse. He feels like he has to hold back a lot, even though he was planning on being temperate anyway. Like, I think he's pretty good at being like chill. But this is like feeling anxious, even more anxious around her. Like, I don't even want to tell her like what's actually going on, even though I think they both are like having the same situation. I don't think they're talking about it with each other, which is making it weird. Gosh, there is a lot of distance in the relationship allegedly right now. Like a lot. Like they're just sort of not talking about it. How else does he feel towards Nicola? Allegedly. Page of Pentacles. He feels sort of like again, like next to her, he always feels like a page. It's like he feels very intimidated around her. Same thing. Same thing as before. It's like he just feels like almost like I can't keep up, or like she always knows the right thing to say or the right thing to do. Um eh, that's sad. That's sad. Okay. Gunyar says, does Nick compare them? Like wanting Jake to be like Luke. Oh. I would have tea with you all. Yes, Eva dolls, we could do like a weekly tea party. Could we have our tea and then have our little like biscuits and cakes and stuff? Just an excuse for me to get cookies every week. um, okay, hold on, Gunyar. Let me try to keep up with you. Does Nicola compare them? Ace of Pentacles in reverse, no. Nicola does not compare them. Nicola is really not like that. And I will say, as someone also born on a 9 energy day, we don't like people born on the 9. It's like when I say the humanitarian, that's sort of like the best word I have for it, but it's not that really. It's more of like, yes, it's that. But when you think about people, if you're like a 9 energy, you kind of look at everybody as like their own individual, like separateness. There's like a lot of like universal love. Like you're able to see the gifts that each person has. And it's something that kind of comes naturally to you. Like I'm telling you, you guys, when I used to be a fitness instructor, like I could see people meet them and I could like immediately see their gifts. Like with you guys, I can see your gifts. Like, like everybody's good at something, everybody has a gift, and like you can just see that. And people with 9 energy are good at reading that. So we don't tend to compare people. It's just not something we really do. With Nicola, I think that's how she is too. She just doesn't compare them. She's like, this is apples and oranges. Each one has their own thing that they're good at, their own separate thing. I think she does have feelings though for both. I do. I don't think she compares them to each other, but I think she has feelings for both. And I think that's probably very chaotic for her. Okay, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. What is her main energy as far as her deepest feelings? Well, Um, not something she's necessarily acting on, but her deepest feelings towards Jake. And we'll do the same thing for Luke. Her deepest feelings towards Jake. How does she feel about him? Ooh, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Not good. Um, her deepest feelings, like the things that she thinks, but like maybe is not even admitting to herself, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. 5 of Pentacles, feeling trapped, feeling left out in the cold in reverse, definitely in denial about that. There's a disparity in money, in oh my God, like this is gonna sound so bad, but it's like dating somebody that you kind of know can't keep up with you in a way, because maybe like you make more money and it makes them feel a little insecure. And like there's just a lot of like little things, but she tells herself like it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's just money and thing, but it's not the money. It's like the way that he feels about it, which makes him feel small. And then she feels weird that he feels small. You know what I mean? So it's like this kind of strange dynamic. And in reverse, this is like not really admitting it to yourself that that's how you feel because you just don't really want to like face it. It's hard. That's really hard. That's tough. How does she feel towards Luke deep down? Yeah, exactly. Even though these are not the right people to be with. No, they're not. I would have to agree with you. I would have to agree with you. Oh my God. He Lifer says, yes, little finger sandwiches, biscuits, and macaroons. Oh my God. Yes. Honestly, I have to show y'all in the next one. Like, I have to find these videos and stuff. But from when we went to England over the summer, I went to this one restaurant and I told Michael, I was like, this looks like Bridgerton. And this is so embarrassing. Not embarrassing. It's whatever. It's so me. I was like getting like teary eyed because the violin was like so beautiful. And like the way everything looked, it actually was a little embarrassing. So I was sort of like crying. Oh my God, like, I get so emotional just, like, randomly, you guys, and it was just, like, so beautiful, like, I was overwhelmed by the beauty of the restaurant. I will have to find that video, and I'm gonna share it with you guys because maybe you'll feel the same way, but it was, like, everyone was dressed, like, this certain way, and we were at it was a tea, and it looked literally like Bridgerton come to life, and it was so beautiful, I was, like, crying, and then people were coming over to, like, asking for my order, and I was like, "Sorry, 1 second." It's like, they're probably like, what is going on at this table? Anyway, and then Michael was filming me because he thought it was sweet. I was like, "You're not posting that." Anyway, so maybe we can do that, but I just won't cry, you know? But it was gorgeous. We'll recreate the experience here. Okay, how does she really feel about Luke then? Oh my God. Her real feelings about Jake are not great, y'all. Y'all, my text is coming out. Not great. I'm ready for tea with the Bridgertons. Tea with the Bridgertons. Yes. Okay, Evidal says, in the army, I had a boyfriend who would tell me to slow down when I passed him during our run so he didn't get picked on. Evidals, if that's not the perfect example of this. First of all, I'm sorry you went through that. Second of all, thank you for your service. Third of all, you're a badass and you were passing him. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God, Melinda. Melinda says, I have tickets to see Nicholas play in February 2026. Can't wait for the trip to London. What restaurant do you recommend? Oh my God. Okay, I have to recommend this restaurant then. Dang it. I'm going to text Michael real quick, Melinda, and just ask him what was the name of that restaurant because I cannot remember it for the life of me. But if you go to this restaurant, you might cry as well. It is beautiful. What was the name? Why can't I think of it? Of that restaurant where I cried. He'll remember then. Because it was beautiful. I hope he's awake. If he's not awake, I will find out and I will comment on this video and I will pin it in the comments, Melinda. You have to go to this restaurant. And oh my God, I'm so excited for you that you get to go to London to go to Nicola's play. That is so fun. Good night, Penny. Sweet dreams. Thanks for hanging out. Have a really good start to your week. Okay. Thanks, Britt. That made me a better person. Oh, that's awesome, Eva. Oh, okay. I just had to wait till we could connect with something, and we did. Connect, we did. Oh, okay. We have the Three of Swords and the Three of Cups. Guys, what were we just saying about the three energy? How Luke, they've had every single three energy you could get. Luke had towards her Three of Pentacles. Like at work, I feel like this is a third wheel situation, getting pressure at home to like have boundaries for my girlfriend, all that stuff. And then with her, we have Three of Cups, which is also the Threes of Crowd energy, except it's a little bit more emotional for her because she has the Three of Cups and the Three of Swords. So it's like a heartbreak. Three of Cups, honestly, it's more romantic than friendship. I just got goosebumps on my face. So confirmation. I feel like at this moment in time, she feels a little bit brokenhearted towards Luke, but it's also the Three of Swords. So it's another three, three, three. Um, Three of Swords brokenhearted. Yeah, I don't know why she's like, maybe this isn't about her relationship, then maybe this is about his relationship. Like she feels pushed out. Like we can't even really be friends anymore. Three of Swords with the Three of Cups. Yeah. It's like we can't even really be friends anymore because of his relationship. And then I'm also in a relationship. And then, but this is more than just being a little sad. I mean, this is like you're heartbroken. So I think for her, maybe she didn't see that this would ever really happen. Like between the two of them, I think she always thought, well, we'll at least be friends and you never know in the future. Maybe it could turn back into something. I can't wait to hear that blind item because I do think something happened as well. But maybe like in the future, that could happen for us or something. Like I feel like maybe once we don't work together anymore, like there was like hope, but now she feels like that hope is fully gone, which is really, really sad. Um, is Luke gonna break up with Antonia? Evidal says that sounds exactly right. Okay. All right. So you guys are feeling the same energy then. Abdul says it's 6 a.m. here. The day is young for me. Ooh, go seize the day, Abdul. Take on the day. I love it. And you've already started with coffee and cookies. And you're up early. Early bird gets the worm, as they say, which is kind of gross. But honestly, I love when I get up early. That's the best feeling when you're just like, I got up early, I got out of bed, you've had a cookie and some coffee, so you're like ready to go. What a great feeling. I hope you have like the best day. Let's manifest the best day for you. Okay. It is sad. It really is sad. Yeah. This is so sad. I know you guys. I'm really sorry. I know. And you never know. Like it can continue to evolve. Um, but it does feel really sad. Like Three of Swords, Three of Cups. I think she feels deep sadness. So for everybody who was saying that she looked like dead behind the eyes, I think that was correct. I think that was how she was feeling on the inside. Um, I don't think because she's so genuine, I don't think that she's someone that can fake her feelings really. Like when she's really feeling sad, I think it's hard for her not to just be honest about that. And in photos, if she was trying to put on a happy face, I could definitely see people being like, something's going on with her. She's not great at hiding her true feelings. Um, Will Luke break up with Antonia this year, allegedly for entertainment purposes only? This is going to be my last question. And then I'm going to have a quick midnight snack. And then I'm gonna edit the podcast for this week before I go to bed because I'm so excited. I have the spookiest stories for you guys this week. Spooky Reddit stories. Watch if you dare. I could not sleep for like 2 days after recording these. Will Luke break up with Antonia? Allegedly. Oh, okay. The cards are jumping. We're connecting. We're connecting. Finally. 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay. What's interesting is we have the reverse for him. The 5 of Cups in the upright, would be a clear yes. Clear yes. This is someone crying. So literally, this is a breakup card. 5, oops, my timer. 5 is also associated with freedom. Okay. In reverse, this is delaying the inevitable. We've gotten this for him before with Antonia. This is so interesting to me, and I don't really understand why you would be in a relationship that you felt like you wanted to break up with somebody and then you just keep delaying it. Like, why? Why would you delay it like that? Um, Maybe it's like he doubts himself where he's like, this doesn't feel really like it's the right relationship for me, but I don't know for sure because there are other things I like about this person. Like, it's like a lot of going back and forth in your mind. And so ultimately, do I think they're going to break up? I do. Because every time we read for them, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, every time we read for them, we get a breakup. But several times we get reversal cards, meaning resistance to actually following through. So for Luke, I get that he's very there's a lot about him that he like hides away or that he doesn't fully express. And it feels like a lot of turmoil because maybe at some point in his life, maybe I mean, we're going to go deep on a little psychological analysis here just because we get this from all the time. So I feel like maybe in his life like growing up, for example, maybe he was told like not to share your feelings or maybe he was in a family environment that was kind of strict about sharing feelings. There's something about him though that he like represses his real feelings. And it's like to keep up appearances, to not hurt others. Nicola kind of does the same thing at times, it looks like. But with him, it's way deeper. And so it seems like he's also a serial monogamist, right? He's been in several relationships. So I feel like he kind of like he gets into a relationship, he commits, and then he sort of feels like, well, this is what I committed to. And so it kinda takes a lot for him to actually break up with somebody, and I did read when I was, like, doing that deep dive on for, like, the members only, I was, like, reading about his relationship history, and when I read about his relationship with that one woman, Jade, who was his, like I think his last like, the relationship he had previous to allegedly hooking up with Nicola, um, that relationship a lot of people had speculated that they were gonna get engaged, and it was a lot of, like, buildup, and then when they broke up, I think she was pretty devastated, and I'm sure she's recovered, again, like, she's an amazing woman, she's a catch, I mean, she's talented Broadway actress, but I feel like he has a pattern of that, where it's sort of like the nice guy who doesn't realize that sometimes it's more unkind to string somebody along than it is to just be direct. And that's, like, sort of a lesson that I feel like he's, like, learning. Okay, what are you guys thinking? It's getting a little complicated with him yet again. Oh, thank you, Abdul, we appreciate that. Eval's excited. Okay, Gunnar says, "Thank God, finally something good." 5 is also Luke's energy. Yes, 5 is his energy. And I feel like he feels trapped and repressed in the relationship because 5 in reverse, um would be feelings of repression. And when 5 is your personality energy, to have that in the reverse, it's like he can't really be his full self in this relationship. And he doesn't love that, obviously, right? That doesn't feel good. So I don't think he's super happy in his love life, but I think it looks happy on the outside. And I think with where he's at in his life, for some reason, I mean, again, no judgment. Everybody, we're all just learning and doing our best as we go, right? But with him, I do feel like he sort of is willing to accept, okay, well, I don't want to hurt their feelings. Like this looks good, and I don't want to. It's kind of like a fear around rocking the boat. He kind of has this fear of like going out on a limb too much. I think he's working through it. I think his career helps him with that. But yeah, he has some hangups, and I think it's kind of sad that he like doesn't always let himself have his real feelings. That's got to be really tough on him. What are his deep down feelings for Nicola? Okay, yes. Let's look at that. That'll be our last one. Yes, yes, yes. That's a good one. We'll end on that. Evidel says, wait, Elizabeth said the relationship is convenient. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. I do think this could be a relationship of convenience at this point. I agree. Eva says if she has an emotional stronghold on him, my sister's in a relationship because her husband threatens to hurt himself. Oh my gosh. Eva Dolls, no. Well, that's not good. I'm so sorry to hear that. You know what? I'm also going to leave a comment on here with a resource where if anybody is going through something like that or knows somebody who's going through something like that, obviously we can't, we can't make anybody do something. Everybody has free will and we all have to make our own choices, but that really makes me sad. I'm sorry she's going through that, Eva Dolls. And, there are resources and hotlines available because when somebody threatens to do that, it can definitely make the person who's caught in that cycle with them feel like they can't leave. When in reality, the best thing probably for both people is for that person to leave. Um, but they're like professionals who can walk people through that. Ugh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to leave a resource anyway, just in case you want to share it with her. It can't hurt. It can't hurt to share, right? Heat Lifer says, good night, family. Good night, Heat Lifer. Sweet dreams. Wishing you a great week as well and sending you that love and light right back. And we are accepting it and sending you even more. And yes, we love you so much. And I can't wait for our tea parties. Okay. Last one, you guys. Last one. I know it is very sad. He doesn't like to be the dumper. No, he doesn't, Lauren. He feels very guilty when he's the dumper. He's one of those people that prefers to be the dumpy. Okay, I dropped those cards. Don't care. We're not going to take them. Must mean we don't need them. Okay, but I will say this because I'm trying to connect with how Luke feels about Nicola, and I dropped all those cards. I think it's complicated. He's got a lot of feelings about her. It is not neutral in any way. How does Luke feel about Nicola? I'm dropping more cards. Okay. Well, he feels like he dropped the ball. I'll say that. He feels like he missed his opportunity. Just me dropping all those cards, I feel like he has a lot of regret because he feels like now the moment has passed. Like I kind of missed my chance, which is not true. He could still try, right? But he feels like she's moved on. I missed my chance, and maybe he even feels like he messed things up. How does he feel towards Nicola allegedly? Ace of Cups. Stop. My cup runneth over with love. He loves her. He loves her. And this is in a very pure hearted way. Truly just genuine love. This is the best card we've gotten all night when we've asked about relation. We've done so many relationship readings tonight. And this is the most pure hearted, sweetest answer that we've gotten. This is my favorite because the Ace of Cups is like looking at somebody like they're your everything. Like they truly make you happy. It is just genuine and positive and very loving. He just loves her. He just loves her a lot. That's the kind of energy you want in a relationship. We didn't get the best friend card. We got the love card, the ace, like the true love card. So I think sadly he has realized through his time being away from her, I think he's realized that she feels like the one that got away now. And it really sucks because it's like that song, you don't know what you've got till it's gone. And that's how he feels right now. Like he feels like he missed his opportunity. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I still have faith in these two. They could surprise us all. You know what I mean? It's not over till it's over, though. I'll say that. So I'm going to leave it there. Wow, that was a lot of energy. That was very intense. I'm sending them both a lot of love, sending all of you guys a lot of love. Thank you for all of your questions. I know you're gonna cry. Don't cry, Gunyar. Don't cry. Um, what the hell is this? Gunyar, best reaction. What the hell is this? I'm gonna cry. It's giving Conrad DeBelly from The Summer I Turned Pretty. Ugh, it is a good card to end on, right? Eva Dolls. It's like truly loving, beautiful energy. And hey, I believe in love. I believe in true love. You guys, if anything is going to conquer the situation, it's going to be true love. So they could surprise us. We just don't know. Tessa says, I agree that it was more about Antonia, etc. Even if L and N never get together romantically, yeah, it's a loss of friendship that breaks my heart. I know. They're not even working much together. I know. I know. It's really sad, Tessa. It really is. Um, Nell, you're so sweet. You're so welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me. I love y'all so much. I am going to leave a comment with the name of the restaurant in London that you have to go to, and just a resource if anybody, if anybody needs it, wants to share it with somebody that they love, if someone's going through different things with relationships, needs a little bit of extra support. Sometimes that's what it takes. So I'm going to leave that resource as well. I love y'all. Y'all are the best. Have the most amazing week. Let's do this, you guys, and keep an eye out for the spooky stories coming out this week. Oh my God. It's scary. Okay. All right. I love y'all. Bye, guys. Talk to y'all soon.